But yeah, I think I think the only reason I want to see Silky win is because when you have it's like Cyril, I guess, but obviously not as extreme. When you have the title of being such a good player, you don't want to see him lose because that means they might not be the best player, So
Yeah.
I want Silky to win because if he loses, that means he's not the greatest undefeatable North American player that exists, which means, we're less good as a country of StarCraft players. When your best player in your country is losing to, lesser players that you would expect, it's not always good. So we'll see. But even Sarah loses, so Silky could still be one of the greats, even if he loses. And I accidentally said his name, but here we are, Eternal Empire Ladder Edition, spawning in the top right-hand corner, playing for Storm Gaming. It is none other than the American Hope. He is the Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's our only hope. It is Silky.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the American Protoss player representing Risen from the Gosu. It is PattyMac. And now we finally have a Protoss player on stream. It's been it's been a pretty Zerg heavy day, to say the least, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's like either too much Zerg or not enough Zerg, never in between.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, we'll see how PattyMac does. Again, like, I do feel I just love seeing PattyMac play. I feel like there's a lot of potential, and he's been getting better, and I feel like this is kind of his next obstacle right here. Like, can he take it to a player like Silky?
Yeah, this is really like we said it with Jon Snow, and it didn't come to fruition as I expected. Like, it wasn't like, oh, Jon Snow's clearly just increased so much and he's better. But hopefully here, if PattyMac beats Silky, then we can be like, okay, PattyMac is freaking on fire. He's doing good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to blame any patches or anything, but I feel like just Protoss in general has gotten better at the game. I think there's some better builds out now, and we're seeing Protoss win some pretty big tournaments against some pretty, not win tournaments, but Protoss is a good race again, I feel.
I mean, I'm sure everyone can thank Zest for that.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much Zest.
Yeah, he has kind of paved the way for Protoss in recent months. With his performance at IEM, a lot of players have kind of copied his style. He kind of made Glaive Adepts really popular again. So yeah, thanks Zest for that.
Yeah.
But yeah. We were talking about Glaive Adepts, but instead here we have PattyMac going for a Stargate opener.
Yeah, instantly scouted, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't place it like in any position where he necessarily wanted to hide it. Like, often we see Protoss like put their pylons like in the natural or.
You really just put it in the safe spot, like the pylons right there by the gas, which is safe. It gives you a good defense, and then put the Stargate right there so it can't get surrounded very easily.
Yeah,
and it creates a choke point in case the Lings come in.
Okay. What's interesting is that even though he knows it got scouted, he's still going for an Oracle first.
Yeah, so usually go for a Phoenix first because it's already been scouted.
Yeah.
He knows Oracles are going to come. He's going to have defense regardless. And the Phoenix can shoot down the Overlord that scouted it, which is good. But now he will have time to get the Overlord out of there, which he's not. So that might be a bad idea. And he does see the Oracle now, which is bad because he doesn't have a Spore Crawler in his third.
Yeah, his third is pretty exposed. We'll see if that's where the Oracle goes. Yeah, he does
now, that's the thing. The Oracle might not go there, and it is only 4 drones, so you can make spores and gases and negate some of those dying. Maybe only lose 1 or 2, but he did nicely have the Queens there just as it arrived, and shoot it away. Got nothing done.
Yeah.
No Phoenix. Ooh, and he sees this. There's no Phoenix coming out, and there is a lot of adepts in the entrance of the base here for PattyMac.
Yeah, there are quite a lot. There's no Twilight Council, so these are glaveless adepts, but despite that...
I think this is just going to be like a surprise attack.
Yeah, adepts, they can still do pretty good damage, even without upgrades. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Normally you don't go for this many, but maybe this is a new build PattyMac has. Like, it always throws me off. Like, I'll be playing ladder, and then I'll get like 3 Protoss in a row or Terran do the same build. I'm like, well, who did this? Where is this coming from? I feel like this is one of those, like, who does this build? Where's this? And then he just instantly recalls. But at the same time, he got 5 workers, only losing 1 Oracle. I guess that's pretty decent. 5 workers for an Oracle.
Yeah. You know, and he was able to
I don't know
recall...
if any went down to the Adepts. Yeah, he got all the Adepts out.
Yeah.
Or maybe he lost 1 or 2. Let me check the tab. He lost 1 Adept and 1 Oracle. Not bad.
Yeah.
He got
solid.
double his value out of that, so...
Oh, he's gonna get the surround.
Shield! Those are terrible shields. I guess not that terrible, but...
Yeah, the one above I think was pretty good. I don't know if the one below was necessary.
Yeah, the one below wasn't too necessary. But nonetheless, he held, not losing too much or anything at all there.
Yeah.
PattyMac's solid, got his 3rd base down. Silky is now going for the 4th here. Getting Baneling Explosion +1.
Yeah, we're just kind of macroing up. A little bit surprising that we don't see a Roach Warren. Instead, we just have a Ling Bane for Silky.
Yeah. I wonder what makes the Banes explode more with +1. They just have more pressure in them.
Yeah.
They just push a little harder when they pop. It's like taking them, just like, and then they push more. They splatter everywhere.
That's disgusting.
How do Banes explode? Like, do they like sneeze and they explode?
Yeah, they just spasm.
They cover their mouth and their nose and blow. And they just inflate and explode. Oh, that was a good block. He actually stopped those gates from going down.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is so detrimental here. Now he won't be able to warp in for an extra 5 seconds.
I don't know how I
walling
feel.
Off with gate. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about what PattyMac is doing right now. He is working on charge and he's getting immortal, so we'll have like a charge lot immortal based army, which is
and PattyMac's oppositing this. He's going Hydra's Bane.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Hydraless Ling Bane. That's what you want against this army. Like the Hydras are good against the immortals.
I was gonna say, there's no hallucinated phoenixes coming out. How's he gonna spot this? He's not even tagging with the Oracle. Which I don't know, obviously I'm not a GM player, but I would assume you would go tag with the Oracle constantly, send in Hallucinated Phoenix, maybe split them up, but they're together, so if one goes down, the other will still get some vision.
I mean, he does spot the Hydras coming out, so now PattyMac knows what army composition he's up against. I'll opting to go for a couple of Phoenixes, which...
that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, they're not going to be too useful in this situation. Again, like against Roach Ravager, then sure, but against Hydralisks... it's not ideal.
Yeah, but he is getting, I mean, I guess it's not crazy. He's getting a Roach speed, +2 melee. He's getting Overlord speed. And PattyMac needs to do something. PattyMac is on 4th base, though, which is huge. Like, Silky hasn't really been able to do any counter damage. Unfortunately, as a Protoss, though, you do have to slow down the Zerg, not the other way around. And
oh boy,
this is a bad position. Force field, force fields. Not a single force field, really.
Recall, something to get out of there.
Yeah,
oh god,
you should have recalled a long time ago.
Ah.
Oh, that was rough. Ooh, nice little Stasis, and it was spotted. Nice.
I'm just, what was PattyMac doing out there? He didn't even have a Warp Prism to reinforce. I think that was a little bit of a mistake. He's only just.
I feel like he was going to clear creep and then just got caught out.
Yeah.
Like, this army from Silky isn't even that big. This is probably like a little mini hit squad, but PattyMac just does not have the right army. He is going to have Storm done in a few moments here, and as soon as Storm is done, it should be good. The good thing here for PattyMac is that there's no Banes.
Yeah, that's the other
Banes would have taken
thing.
out all those Zealots.
Like both players were a little bit unprepared there. I was looking at it and I'm like, he has a Baneling nest. There's 0 Banelings. He's still not morphing Banelings. All right, okay, yeah, 2, just 2. God damn it.
And he has so much gas bank. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's a little bit mineral starved.
Is it mutas?
What?
Oh no, he's got the layer at the same time. He's going broods.
Oh boy, yeah.
Where's that? Oh, it's right there in the natural.
He's working on Hive. He's working on the Spire. So broods are on the way, which I do like.
Yeah, if you see those 2 go down at the same time, guaranteed broods, which would be a perfect scout here if PattyMac went in with the Hallucinated Phoenix or a regular Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at this point, I understand why at least his Oracle has been staying defensively because there are Hydras everywhere, but he should be more on top of his scouting. He needs to see what is coming his way.
Oh, good stasis ward. He needs to go surround him. He's like, all right, I'm going to make cannons, and the cannons will be done before you ever become freed of your space-time continuum trap.
Yo, where are the Banes? Still no. Okay, there's a couple. There's a handful
There's
of
a
Banes.
couple going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Making their way downtown, rolling fast.
There we go. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
That is beautiful. Now, I do like... Ooh, wow. That's not what you want. Ling's taking out a freaking Immortal. Oh, and the Lings break through over here after they were already stasis warded. A little bit of a weird play there, but they're so heavily upgraded. They're taking out everything real easily. Storms are crucial. Oh, good stasis ward. It did take a little bit of Lings, but it's actually... Oh, another stasis ward goes down. I love it. I love it. He needs more... I don't know what he needs here. Zealots, maybe?
Yeah,
like, I mean, 6 Mortals is good for your army. 6 or 7 Immortals. He has plenty of Storms saved up. But these Lings are just too mobile. He needs some more Zealots to tank all the hits here.
Yeah, I mean, I think PattyMac, he's solid
winning
here
now
at his front, but he's losing so many workers.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's just not defending at all. He's just letting this happen. But he won the frontal army, so now he can go for a full-on attack, I think. Silky has so many bases on the other side of the map. PattyMac just needs to try to defend this and go across the map and win. These Phoenixes are like at home for defense for some reason.
Yeah, they're not really doing much at all here. And oh my god, 27 workers went down.
Oh my god. I can't believe Silky has so many bases and he's not even on 90 workers.
Yeah.
He's sitting at 80 workers.
I mean, Ling Bane is very larva intensive, so it's I guess I understand. He's spending all of his larva on these Lings, and I think finally we are having PattyMac starting to push out. Like, he needs to just get a bunch of static D for his bases and then just go. Like, he needs to
I feel
something.
like he needs to warp. He has no warp prism with this the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't think he's made one the entire game. He has not made a warp prism the entire game. This madman.
It's hurting him
he
so
made
much.
2. He lost 2 already.
Wow.
I didn't even see him make one. And he's gonna recall. You know it's bad when you have to recall half your army for a handful of Lings.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even go to him. Where are you going, man?
Oh no!
His Bane's morphing in.
Left alone. He has to be so
all
careful.
the storms. All the storms. But as this is happening, Silky's gonna back up, and now the Ling Bane is ready over there at the 3rd. And they're moving in for the 4th base. Oh, he doesn't expect it. Okay, 4 go down, 6, not too bad. And a Sentry, that was huge. And there's more Bane Ling here.
Yeah,
on fire.
I don't think PattyMac needed to recall. I feel like he could have just kept going. Like, he recalled to deal with Banelings.
And then, no! The High Templar. Those Templar were too high.
The Broodlords are out as well. The Lings are in the 3rd base again.
PattyMac was looking so good.
Yeah.
God, full Templars going down like nothing.
He just
needs to go for it. He hasn't pushed out at all. He took out that like 7th base one time and then recalled.
Yeah.
He should have gone for a huge attack like 15 minutes ago.
He's just been playing too scared this game, like too scared to push out, like respecting maybe his opponent a little bit too much.
Push out, but not scared enough to defend properly. Like, his defense honestly was terrible this game.
Yeah. I mean, this is nice what he's doing now. He killed the base, but because the Broodlords are out, I think this is the end for PattyMac.
Recall?
Like,
he just needs to. He can't stop moving. Like, these Broodlords will keep him consistently on the move. They're only slightly slower than Archon Immortal Death Ball.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him keep moving, hit this army, and at the same time keep doing Zealot run-bys, because eventually, oh my god, he needs to just waste these storms before they die. He's losing storms for no reason. Oh my god. Those like 4 storms that he just lost would have helped this match tremendously, and at this point he should get GG. There we go. Silky takes game number 1. PattyMac had the macro and the army, and he just sat back on it too much, I believe.
Yeah.
The transition in between broods and regular hydras is that window you need to go for the throat.
He was just playing it too scared, like to push out. Like, I mean, to be fair, in the early game, he was defending his fourth base. You know, that's where his main army was. He just needed to split up his army. He didn't need his entire army there at the fourth, right? Like, he was winning it easily. Like that engagement. It was just the constant Ling run bys was just getting him so down.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, Silky is just Silky. Silky is Silky.
Yeah.
I'm happy Silky won, but I really feel like, you know, I'm not picking sides completely. I feel like PattyMac should have won that game. PattyMac was looking pretty solid. Like, it's not a huge deal, but I feel like those Lings going down, or those drones going down early on, where he recalled his adepts and had his overseer take out 5. Not overseas, Oracle took out 5 drones. It was a pretty good start for Silky. I mean, PattyMac, but he lost it. Hopefully he can do it this one, because I really want to see how Protoss beats Zerg. Even though, yeah, I guess I didn't really see Partying play any Zergs in GSL. Haven't seen a lot of PvZ in a while. Here we are, another PvZ. This is round number 2 in his best of 3 series. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. It is the American hero, the American hope, Psystorms Gaming's very own Silky.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the American Protoss player representing Risen from the Gosu, down 1-0 in this best of 3. Can he bring it back? It is PattyMac.
PattyMac.
Yeah.
Indeed, this legendary person. Both of these players very legendary.
Yeah, and already PattyMac's starting off being a little bit annoying with the probe, forcing Silky to expand to the third base. Kind of standard. I feel like this happens in every other ZvP. I don't know about you and how you've experienced it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, me? My ZvP goes gas hatch. Or no, gas pool hatch. So I don't ever get blocked.
Okay.
Actually, lately I just go 12 pool every ZvP.
God damn it.
And then I just send 4 Lings across the map and then expand twice, and you're golden. But you have to cause damage. If you don't cause some sort of damage, then you're in a bad position. But yeah, I don't deal with the getting blocked there. It's very annoying to me.
Yeah, it is.
My least favorite thing.
Yeah. I mean, you know, with the probe and the pylon block as well.
Yeah. And then you gotta send your drones. They take 3 times as long to get to where they need to mine. And so your queens are far apart. Your creep is off. It does help you get your creep depending on where you put the tumor. You can go further faster since you spawn with your base a little bit further up. But very annoying. I hate it. I don't deal with it. I just 12 pool.
Yeah. Silky, instead, he is enduring. You know, he is getting his third base in a less than natural in a less than ideal location.
Actually, I don't 12 pool. I think it's like 13, 14 pool, something like that.
It's an early pool. You get it whenever you get it. You know.
Yeah, I get it whenever I get it. The point is, I don't let him pylon block me. Okay, I don't deal with it. I don't put up with it. Get out of here if you're trying to block me with that.
Yeah. So far,
it's kind of like how Rainer had said. He was like, "Please, I forget what he said. Nerf Terran so they can't proxy racks me, and I don't have to go pool first." That's how I feel about Protoss. Like, make me not have to go pool first because they always block, or like I said, they cheese nowadays.
Yeah, and I do like that PattyMac, he isn't doing the same opener as last game. I don't know if the Stargate really did him much, but surprisingly, Silky actually turned back with his Overlord. He hasn't gone into the main base. He doesn't see that a Twilight Council is on the way.
Yeah, that is funny. What do you think it is?
Oh,
Glaive Adepts?
Glaives. It's got to be Glaives. 100% Glaives.
Just Zealots. It's Blink. Rico. It was scouted though, so there it is. Glaive Adepts.
Yep. Glaive Adepts.
So he should have a Roach. Yeah, Roach Horn's coming up already.
Yeah, unlike game number 1, he's not going Ling Bane like a madman. He's making roaches, so he should be fine against this. I say fine, it does depend on how he splits his army. Oh.
Yeah, that's not how you want to split them, so they can get surrounded by lings.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what you want to do there. You actually want to keep them clumped up, and that way lings can't get around them.
Yeah.
That's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, no Lariat either, so these roaches will be speedless. We'll see if that even comes into play. We'll see if these lings actually get in. There's no shield battery and there's no secondary wall just yet. They should be able to bust through the Adept, but we do have a shield battery on the way.
Shield battery. That's an interesting block. I've never seen a shield battery for a block. I don't think they have much HP on them, especially not being designed or morphed in. Roaches are here. Is he just going to recall? Oh, he can't recall. It's not ready yet.
It's on cooldown.
It's on cooldown. Oh, is he going to get one worker maybe? He got 3, but couldn't get that last one. He gets out with a very wounded Adept.
Yeah.
Adept.
And
I feel like I say everything. Do you say Zealot or Zealot?
Zealot.
I don't know how it's Zealot. I always say Zealot, and I feel like I'm mispronouncing it.
I mean,
Adept.
Zealot kind of works. I think that's the stone. Zealot. But
Zealot, yeah.
it's fine.
Zealot. And here come the cucarachas. Come and end it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there aren't too many, so these Adepts trade fairly well, to be honest. You know, they're going to get a couple of queens as well, which is nice. At the same time, we do have a Warp Prism warping in more Adepts to meet up with them. So, the pressure's on a little bit here.
I don't quite understand the Ravagers.
No, yeah.
Maybe for the Warp Prism, maybe they were just so low health, you Ravager them to give them extra armor. I don't quite know.
I would agree that the only reason to get Ravagers in this situation is to try and snipe the Warp Prism. We'll see if he's able to do so.
Oh my god.
Oh god, there's just so many Adepts.
He's one-shotting roaches.
He doesn't even finish
Madman.
the save. Oh god.
Jeez, I would have gone for the queens maybe though.
No. Why not both?
That was nice. Like Silky saw this coming and he still wasn't, well, it's looking like he still is not able to hold. There's still a lot of damage being caused here by PattyMac.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Silky's out of gas. 18 lings coming up and 3 roaches.
We'll see. I mean,
PattyMac has a huge bank. One shade and this is all over. How can he split? What is he gonna split? This is GG. That's it. He's done it. PattyMac won. PattyMac won with the scouted glaive Adepts. Oh my god, this is disgusting.
Yeah, there just isn't enough roaches. Like, there's barely
There's not enough anything. There's nothing here.
Them, to be honest, like, he could just fight the roaches. PattyMac, just turn around.
Yeah.
Just go for
Everything's weak though, so I think he's trying to run away and get some shield back. There's a lot. Look at that adept. There's a lot of adepts like on 1 health. Oh my god, this is a massacre.
All right, say with me. Thank you, Zest. This is what he did.
Everybody say a prayer to your Lord and Savior Zest.
Oh god. Yep, this is what we have now, and the Adepts, even though they got scouted, even though roaches were made, more Adepts are being morphed in as well. Yeah. Or the third went down to Adepts.
Even though this was scouted, I feel like in theory it sounds really good in a best of 3 match. One match you go a bunch of Adepts without glaives. The next round you go a bunch of Adepts with glaives, and maybe your opponent doesn't expect it. But Silky scouted it. Maybe he scouted it too late. Maybe he didn't know how much Adepts were going to be morphed in. Maybe he hasn't trained properly to split. I don't know what his problem was here, but he didn't do it, and he's going to lose now. He has no workers, no economy, lost the third, no queens, a handful of units, and behind this, Silky is already coming out with Immortals.
So we were kind of...
You know it's bad when you can one-shot a queen.
Yeah. And we kind of saw it a little bit in action with Macintac, where static defense can do so well. And I feel like that's what Silky needed, just like a spine in each of his mineral lines. So then whenever the Adepts shade from one place to the other, there's always a spine there just to help deal with it. And I do agree that the Ravagers were a bit of a mistake. I don't think he should have gotten the Ravagers. I think more Roaches would have been the better call there. Oh my god,
wow, nice shade.
He's gonna get the throw again.
What a madman. He got a good bio finally.
Yeah, solid
15
bio.
Ravagers later, he gets one. And wow, Immortal's alive. I think Silky should tap out when he sees these Immortals.
These Immortals.
I guess he knows there's no third base, so Silky still has a chance slightly just because there's no third for Protoss, but there is now. And
yeah, I mean,
Immortals, 3 Immortals is more than enough to defend anything Silky has.
Honestly, like the Link counterattack was so good from Silky. If he didn't do that, he would be in such a bad position. But he was able to cancel the third base, forcing it to be remade. So he is still looking pretty good since he did remake his third. And he's holding on. You know, he has a decent.
I'd say he's alive. I wouldn't say he's looking pretty good.
Okay, yeah. He's breathing, right?
Yeah, he's breathing. His head is afloat. His head's above water.
Yeah.
But only barely. It's like his mouth is underwater, but his nose isn't. So he can still breathe, but he's not in the best shape.
Yeah. Like, again, if Immortals weren't here, then I would say he's looking good. But, like, the transition is already
shield,
there.
that's so great.
Yeah.
I'd honestly like to see him push out. I wouldn't like to see him push out with this army. I would like to see him do some, like, take 2 of the Immortals in a Warp Prism and just go harass and do Warp Prism micro. That would be really sick, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, how do you get those in there?
They're
hanging out.
They're the equivalent of hiding banelings in the main base.
Yeah, they're hidden banes. I've never seen that. You know, normally someone hides Zealots or, wow, he's morphing in more Adepts.
Yeah.
I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Depths are pretty good, you know, especially against Ravagers.
I want to see the Warp Prism micro. What is he going to do with these? Okay. I don't like his choice of shielding there.
Yeah.
Normally you want to shield a little bit of the army out with you so you can kill it. But these Immortals can take out that base just by kiting. Go in, shoot, back away from the Ravagers. Go in, shoot, back away.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting a little ballsy there. Going right back in on the Ravager. Morphin. GG. PattyMac took a game off of Silky. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the game I expected from PattyMac.
Definitely.
I like this tournament. It's not all walkovers. Like, all the games have been best of 3s.
yeah. You know, we've seen a lot of them go all the way to the ace match. And again, PattyMac, like, he's a solid player. We can definitely see him, you know, go all the way with it when it comes to a player like Silky. He's done the same thing to Cham. And
yeah,
we'll see if he can bring it home.
Yeah, Silky, if anyone can beat Silky, it would be this man right here.
Yeah.
Senor PattyMac.
The problem is, I don't see him doing that 2 games in a row. I don't see Glaive Adepts happening
again.
Yeah,
he won't be able to do it. But I think that's the where Protoss has became a good, what's the word, race again, just because there's a lot of versatility in the early game aggression. Like, so much. Like, you can go air, you can go Immortals, you can go Adepts, you can go Zealots, but we'll see what he goes. And this is the man right here, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. We will see if he can pull it off, defend, and get his worker count where he wants it, so he can make his army where he wants it, so he can defeat his opponent. It's Psystorm Gaming's. That's kind of a tongue twister. It's Silky. He is representing the United States of America.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have the American Protoss player right now harnessing his inner Neeb with that portrait. We have representing NA, as well as risen from the Gosu, it is PattyMac.
The man, the myth, and the legend.
I have a question. Do you have the BlizzCon portraits, like the Neeb portrait, and all of that?
I don't think I do. How do you get that? I've never checked.
Mates. It was for the war chest. The war chest.
Oh no, I didn't buy the war chest.
Nah.
I was going to, and then I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I had planned on it the whole time and never did.
Yeah. It was the war chest for 2018, I think, or yeah. It was It was
actually
funny.
I think I've been wanting to buy it every single year and never do.
God damn it. That was I don't think this is the one from that year, but it was 2018 where Neeb, I think, or 2017, where Neeb won like 3 WCSs, so he got 3 portraits.
Yeah.
He got 3 of his own portraits.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Yeah, Neeb he was beast back in 18.
Definitely.
Back in the early 20s. The 20s of 2000s.
Yeah, back in his heyday, and we'll see if that portrait does anything for PattyMac here, if he's able to bring it home, as we are tied up, and what will he'll go for. Like, we've seen Stargate, we've seen Twilight Council.
What's he hasn't finished his wall here yet.
Yeah.
He actually went for a quick Stargate. I mean, I guess it's technically not quick, but it's quick.
Yeah.
It's another gate there to close off the wall.
Yeah, a standard Stargate is like throwing down around like the 3-minute mark. This was 30 seconds earlier, so it was pretty fast.
It should be scouted because the Overlord's there, and Lings are on the way across the map, so I think he closed it though.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, there are adepts out keeping the Lings at home, so the Lings aren't going to be able to scout because of this.
I was wondering, I was like, why are you showing this? I was watching the French. I was like on his camera.
God damn it.
I'm like talking about the wall and it's still looking at the Nexus. I'm like, bro, show the wall.
God damn it. All right, so we do have the Overlord coming in now, but we'll see. It should be able to scout in the end, but the Oracle might already be done by then.
Yeah, if the Oracle goes like leftish, he should see us coming in and be able to go left.
Oh, he's veering to the right there. Oh. There it is.
Oh, and it went right to it. Yeah, he saw it. The Oracle pretty much said, "Look at me," and then walked off. Or like took a bow to the Overlord. They said GG to each other. Said GLHF, we're both gonna die.
Yeah, and there are 2 queens here, so it should be pretty safe. Things considered. So yeah, solid response by Silky. It's nice and safe. As we do have 2 oracles come out from PattyMac. He keeps doing this every single time he goes Stargate. It's interesting, to say the least. Oh god!
Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. He's not harnessing his inner Rotterdam right now.
Not at all.
So what's he going from here? Robotics facility or bay? Is it facility or bay? I forget.
Facility.
Yeah,
I was confused as well.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure even the best of the best still get confused on StarCraft lingo. That's funny. The Ling is just like 5 feet from these. They're social distancing. They're trying to fight while social distancing.
Yeah. You know, we're responsible here.
The adepts have a little face mask on.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah, right? If they put a face mask on the units.
Yeah.
Technically, the Marines already have masks.
True.
And what else? Probes technically aren't breathing. I'm sure all Zergs are immune to the human disease.
It would have been cool
Probes
if...
don't really have mouths. They have beaks.
I don't know if you've played during the StarCraft anniversary, but whenever there's a StarCraft anniversary, all the workers actually get party hats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did play during anniversary, but I don't remember the party hats.
Yeah. It's like the SCVs, drones, and probes, they all get party hats. So it would be cool if they did like a similar thing where just all the workers get masks.
I think I played a game mode where when they died, like confetti comes out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I remember something about like when you kill it at like a party, confetti or something happens. If anybody in the chat knows, let me know because that sounds cool.
Yeah, we're kind of ramping up, and Silky, he's doing a similar thing to game number 1. Looks like he's going for Ling Bane. As the Baneless is being made, and +1 melee is on the way.
Yeah. Bane roaches seems to be the move here. Maybe just defensive roaches. He is making 6, 9. Okay, that's more than defensive, I think.
Oh yeah. I
Like
guess
6 is a good defense. He's actually super oversaturated. He's already actually saturating his fourth. He's actually being super greedy here, Silky. His fourth base is already fully saturated, and it's not even out yet.
Yeah. He's being incredibly greedy, and it looks like he's gonna get away with it. Like PattyMac, he's still kind of.
He doesn't have 6 gases though, so I think he's gonna be Ling heavy. He's missing 1 gas in his main. Silky, that is.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, again, like we don't see a hydrogen or anything like that. Like there's no.
And
like,
if you're gonna get a lot of Lings, like skip the gas for the Lings Banes, but he doesn't have a macro hatch that would facilitate the larva,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that may be why he's gotten the fourth base so quickly as well, just for that larva. But
yeah, I feel like he'd still need a macro hatch, or maybe just go for a quick fifth at this point. He is spending his money pretty good though. He's broke right now.
I do love this wall, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's a very sick wall.
Yeah,
he's playing like a Terran right now. But it is kind of exposed. Like he's really depending on himself to defend that.
Yeah. He's kind of banking on defending over there at that wall, whereas we do have the Zerg player coming here to the fourth base, and the army here isn't looking too big. Storm isn't done either yet.
Where's the War Prism? A War Prism would make this a different game.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, given if you're like a top notch. I haven't seen it. I don't know how PattyMac's War Prism micro is. Maybe I have seen it. He's actually going around. Oh, that's the Oracle.
Yeah, the Oracle's
He's target firing the Banes. Oh, that's so good. He's target firing the Banes. Now there's not that many here. Base does go down. I believe it was destroyed, or was it canceled?
The High Templar.
The High Templar went down. Jesus, I think that might be game here.
Is that how it's gonna end? I mean, it's just Roach Ravager. There are a good number of Immortals, 3 Immortals, so maybe he can hold on, but that was an expensive loss.
Yeah, he should have just morphed Archons.
Yeah, he was banking on
cool
trying
to cancel morphed Archons and then still have like High Templar after. Like morph it, the Banes explode, then unmorph it, cancel the morph.
Yeah.
Don't let the Blizzard patch team hear about that though.
And especially against Ling Bane Roach Ravager, like storms are okay, but it isn't ideal. It isn't.
I'd much rather take the Archon.
Yeah.
Like if he just masked Archons right here and had like 5 Archons, 6 Archons, there's really not much you can do here. Like Archon Immortal all day, and then toss in some Zealots right before you go for the attack. I do like that he like that wall off that he created allows him to just defend the fourth base, and he really has time to defend with that wall up there with all his gates. He's doing another wall off with gates, which I kind of don't like at that base, just because there's so many Ravagers. They can just corrosive bile down anything.
Yeah, and the area is just so much larger. But yeah, he gets a lot of cancels there on the Banelings.
Wow, I should be a GM. He did exactly what I said. He morphed in a bunch of Archons, got Immortals, and then he morphed in Zealots as his attack came, just so Zealots can take the initial damage of things, take the first few shots, get the storms going. But yeah, like I said, he just Ravager down all this. Like this positioning here, where he put those gates was terrible. There's really no way to defend it. Corrosive Bile's coming down, storming his own units. Nothing really finished from that morph, and that's bad engagement here.
I'm just worried the army supply just isn't here for PattyMac. Like there's just so much Zerg. It's all about the engagements, and there are no sentries or force fields either. Like even if there are just so many Ravagers, to be fair.
There's no Zealot run-bys. PattyMac's just spread too thin here. He should have taken the base to the north, I think. Yeah, and a Ling run-by coming in to end it all.
It's going right into the main base as well.
Silky can just kite this all day long, but if he destroys the space, that's game. He's sitting on 5 bases back at home.
Yeah, he
doesn't even need to take this fight.
Yeah, he just runs away. He doesn't even need to fight. Yeah, he's just...
Oh, God! That was close. The top of the ramp, just when they lose vision of you, is when you corrosive bile. And it's a good one. GG. Silky takes it. Well fought by PattyMac. I was really thinking PattyMac was going to take it to Silky, but he put up a good fight. But thankfully, Silky, he still got it. Silky ain't going nowhere. He's still the American hope.
Yeah, it's just solid macro there by Silky. He was what, on 5, maybe even getting a 6th base by the end of that.
Yeah,
That was, oof.
He was like a Terran. After they push out, they just explode with bases.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Good on him.
Yeah. GG.
And now that puts us in the final, as you guys can guess if you've been watching. Silky versus... Wait. Yeah. Okay. Silky... Why does it say Jon Snow versus... Yeah, Silky versus Jon Snow in the finals. There we go. I need to refresh. Why is it not popping up?
Yep.
Refresh. Silky Jon Snow in the finals. I'm pretty sure they've already done... I guess they haven't done their vetoes yet. We just found out that he's in the final.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a team kill here, as both players are from Psystorm Gaming. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see. It's cool to see Psystorm still in StarCraft. Of course, they kind of took a little bit of a step back recently because the Koreans they're doing the military service, you know. True and Gumiho, they aren't competing anymore, so they were representing Psystorm in 2019 and aren't anymore, which is a bit sad. After that, like, they kind of, you know, they haven't really signed like any heavy hitters since then.
I really can't believe Gumiho's gone. I hope not forever, but we all know how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we've seen players come back. Like, you know, we have Tasia. He's back. He's playing in GSL, like, actually doing well, which is insane to see. Polt came back as well. He's streaming. He's playing a little bit too much TFT, but you know, it's okay.
Silky said he'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah. Gumiho walk so others can run.
yeah. I think 4GG came back. Fantasy came back for a little bit as well. So did MMA. So it's you know, it's cool to see a lot of these Terran players like returning.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. Terran's coming back. You know, I think people got wind of the new patch and decided to start playing Terran again.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows Terran's got buffed disgustingly. Now they're the overpowered race. No, I'm just kidding. I think balance is in a pretty good place right now.
I would say it's in a pretty good place right now, but we do have an upcoming patch that may change some things.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair. If you look statistically, no Protoss is winning premier events. So I get. You know, we could talk about the patches all day, honestly.
It's hard to say. Like, it's hard to say just because
you can't have a perfectly balanced game. That's kind of, I guess, just what it comes down to. And there's always going to be people complaining, but I'm happy with where it's at now.
Yeah, like it's difficult because whenever you look at certain races, like, they're better represented in different regions. So like, it doesn't matter when people think that Terran are doing bad, like, everyone always looks at Innovation and Maru, right? Like exactly. They're, regardless of the state of balance, they're always doing well, you know. Whereas in the foreign scene, there haven't been that many Terrans. Like, there's always been Special, right? And he's been solid, but other than him, like, Euthermal wasn't really performing that well, and previously, like, Hero Marine wasn't either. Like,
and now we got Clem and Hero Marine.
Yeah, and now they're actually doing well.
Special.
Like, Clem, Hero Marine, Special, they're all like performing really well, and it's hard to say whether that's because of patches.
Gumiho's gone.
It all comes down to Gumiho.
Yeah, it's either it all comes down to Gumiho, Daryl, or who else? Who's a good Protoss player?
Zest.
Zest. We were just talking about Zest. Zest, Gumiho, and Sarah walked so others could run.
But yeah, like, that's why it's always kind of hard, especially Protoss now, because Protoss has always been really well represented in Korea. Whether it was like Zest, Hero, Classic, Deer, SOS, like so many like beastly Protosses.
Yeah, the greats.
Whereas in the foreign scene, like, it was like Neeb and Showtime. That's kind of it, you know. Like, it just hasn't been as represented. So because of that, like, balance or matchups can be kind of skewed. Like, especially if you're only looking at like foreign tournaments as well. Like, it's hard to balance that alongside actual balance.
Yeah, it gets pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Just trying to look at the rules. They asked if it's a best of 5. Yeah, finals the best of 5.
Yep, best of 5.
I just checked the rules to make sure they change it sometimes. Sometimes